Hi, welcome back. I'm Broward County Commissioner Stacy. I'm here with Sherry Brown, who's the Vice President of Grants and Initiatives for the Community Foundation of Broward. We're here at the Tamarack Cafe Diner on the corner of McNabb Road and Orange Drive. Nob Hill. At the Tamarack Marketplace Shopping Center, where we're here every month. Phone number here is 954-720-9655. Somebody's riding a Harley outside, which is really unusual. We're talking, as I said, to Sherry Brown from the Community Foundation of Broward, and last year I attended a workshop that the Community Foundation did, and I had said earlier that I'm embarrassed to say that I wasn't familiar with the Community Foundation, and this great initiative they've got, which you're calling Re-Engaged for Good.
Yes.
This brand new thing, let's talk, what is that?
Well, Re-Engage for Good is such an exciting initiative of the Community Foundation, and it's focused on how to capitalize on the skills and talents of the retired individuals who live in Broward County to benefit the community. We have so many needs in the community, and we have people who are retiring every day, and we have people who are already retired, and they're smart. They were working in a profession for a number of years, and now they have no outlet to utilize those skills and talents. So Re-Engage for Good is about connecting them to opportunities where they could make a difference using their smarts.
You know, I had written some notes down at the workshop, but I don't think I have them.
Yes.
Like how many retirees there are in Broward County? There were several.
There are about 500,000 retirees in Broward County, and that number will be increasing because with the economy and a lot of the cuts.
People like me have been here for 35 years and getting old. And,
yeah,
no,
I mean, people are aging out of the workforce.
Yeah.
You know, and so we have to, as a county, as a community, figure out how do we retain our residents. For number one, we don't want everyone moving to other states.
Which has been happening.
And that's been happening. So we want to make sure they're connected to Broward County, and the way they can become connected is through service. And many of them want to serve. They want to connect in a way where they're solving a problem. They're figuring out how to make something better. They just need an outlet. They need a way to make that happen. So Re-Engage for Good is about creating connector systems throughout Broward County, so when a person is retired or is soon to retire, they can connect to that entity and say, you know what, I really want to work on education. You know, I have a passion for education. Never could, do anything while I was working 30 years at Motorola. But I really, I have a great science background. I would love to teach kids, how to become scientists. So we want to create ways for that individual to connect to his or her passion and fulfill that passion during their retirement years versus sitting around twiddling their thumbs or playing golf all day, which golf is great.
Except in July here.
Except in July.
Everybody does it in July. Well, what really struck me was because I represent Kings Point, which is a large retirement community here in Northwest Broward County and Tamarack, that I see people every day in my travels as their county commissioner, people who had these amazing skills when they were lawyers, they were accountants, they're running large companies, they're teachers, and they retire, which is wonderful. I mean, we all hope to get to the point where we can retire comfortably and not have to get up every day and go to work if we don't want to. But a lot of them are their talents are being wasted.
Yes.
They're sitting in their apartments, they're watching television, but their minds, they want something to do. And that's what struck me about this was so amazing is that we could find you 25 people tomorrow who've got skills that you can connect.
Exactly. A part of that is like you just said, where are these people, and they are, many times in their communities, not knowing where to go, what to do, how to fulfill a passion or interest they have. And so I think it's number one, it's great that you participated in the session last November to learn about this initiative. And number two, I think it now gives your constituents the opportunity to now connect to the Community Foundation, the projects that we're funding to help connect those individuals, in the Tamarack area and in your district to engagement opportunities. And so we've recently funded several projects that we'll talk about that will enable these residents to get out and get connected and be a part of, Broward's, the livelihood of Broward.
I thought the hard part was that they don't know about you.
Yes.
I didn't know about you.
Yes.
And how can we get you're here and they're here, or how can we make that connection? Of course, that's where Norma comes in,
yes.
Among other things. Oh, go ahead.
My question is,
Norma has a question.
Just like the commissioner said, we have a lot of people that are very much interested in getting, busy. If they want to go, a lot of them don't drive, but they want to be part of it. How could you supply any transportation if we get a group of people?
That's a very, very real issue with those who are retired and don't have the means to transport themselves.
Absolutely.
At this time, we don't have any infrastructure in place where transportation is provided for any of the programs that we're funding. However, if they become a part of some of the programs that are connecting them to causes in the community, they could, find a friend or someone who's in that program that they could team up with, and that could maybe help with the transportation issue.
The program might have transportation. The program that they're connected to might have transportation, when Sherry connects your friends to something, then there might be that kind of transportation available. And these are all volunteer positions, right? I mean, you're talking about someone to volunteer their time.
Yes. And what's really interesting, Stacy, is that with Reengage for Good, it's really about how retirement is being redefined, because what we've learned is that where many people want to volunteer, we've learned that they've worked 30 years for a paycheck, and that has value. It showed that their services were valued. So there's a new paradigm in volunteerism called paid volunteerism, where many volunteers will receive stipends or looking to receive stipends for their volunteer efforts, whether it's a gas card or a bus pass or whatever,
transportation.
They're looking for something in return, not out of selfishness, but because that's how their value has been, demonstrated in their previous careers. So paid volunteerism is a new dynamic that we're seeing. So with the projects that we have funded through the Community Foundation, we have actually built in stipends to be paid to those individuals who are retired who want to give back.
So how do you, I come in, public servant for how many years, no skills.
You stopped counting, right?
Lawyer, and I want to work with, well, I have children, so I don't want to work with children anymore. Let me think. I want to go read in a school or something, or go to a nursing home and spend out, do whatever. How would you, what's the process to start? Should we take a break before we do this, or are we okay? Okay, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to work with the process of how people get a hold of you and how you connect them.
Okay.
How you make the connection.
Great.
To Reengage for Good.
Super.
We'll be right back.